What's going on, everyone? Alex Da Silva, Happy as Larry Group. I hope you are well and welcome to your daily dose of happiness. I hope you are having an amazing day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And today I want to share some gratitude, just some absolute gratitude for life, just for being alive, for being here, for being me. For my family and my friends, for every single person that watches this video. But one of the things I do want to say, and I want to say this with an open heart, is particularly for men. This is a message for men. We don't talk about things enough. We don't share our emotions. We don't say what we think, openly enough. I think it's one of the things we do it very well is we talk from our ego. We put on the bravado and everything is fine and I'm a man and raw, everything is okay, and and man up and chin up and and I can do anything and everything is all right. When actually it's not. Actually it's not. We're seeing that the suicide figures amongst men and actually just the mental health figures are always through the roof. And I'm not here to talk about figures, but what I am here to talk about is open yourselves up. Open yourselves up. It's okay not to be okay. I've been through it. I've suffered from mental health, addiction. I tried to commit suicide. I've had drug overdoses. My life story is very open, but I haven't always been that way. I am very open. I can be very vulnerable, and I can share my gratitude. I can share love. I can share vulnerability, sadness when I'm struggling. But it took practice. It took practice for me to get to this point. And I want to share this and make it very clear. It takes practice. But what it also takes, first and foremost, is action. It takes action. You need to take the action to speak up, to say what's going on, to say I'm struggling, I'm suffering, I'm in pain. I don't know what to do. I've got all of these things inside me and I don't know what to do with them. Even if you start there, if you just start by just asking for help, just something really simple and just saying, I really struggle. I don't really know how to share this, but I'm struggling today and I just want to share it. Share your emotions, share your pain. Because when you do, you're naturally releasing energy, chemicals from your body. The mind, the reason why we become mentally ill, we suffer with mental health, is because our mind is constantly running. But it's also a very powerful machine that it is constantly learning. So if you're teaching your mind to behave, to think a certain way, to create emotions, to see life in a negative instead of positives, what you then do, you're teaching yourself that this is your reality. This is what you're going to experience. So you are creating your present. You're creating your current present moment. You're creating your current experience. And with everything that would have happened in the past, if you haven't dealt with that, you are literally just throwing more and more negative situations, one thing on top of the other. And what happens is this: when you don't deal with the things that are in your mind, if you don't release them vocally, writing them down through meditation, breath work, gratitude, affirmations, if you're not releasing these things, you start to then release signals that go into your body. And your body starts to store the anger, the resentment, the frustration, the depression, the fear, the anxiety, everything else, the worries, the traumas, the PTSD, the drug addictions. Everything starts to store itself because, again, you're not releasing from the mind, so it's releasing itself into the body. You're not releasing it from the body, and then the body stores. The body keeps the count. There's a very famous book that talks about it. The body keeps the count, and it's very true. It really does. And you have to release these things, because you then start to feel sore in certain places. You start to feel stress, and these sores then can become cancerous. It can become, legions. People get cold sores. They get sores in their mouths. They get rashes all over their bodies. This is your body. This is you telling you, sort yourself out. Sort me out. Fix us. Help me. Listen to your mind, listen to the body, because when you do, then you also then listen to the spirit. It's a mind, body, spirit complex. We're not going to get technical or spiritual here, but you are. This is exactly who you are. Even if you don't believe the spirit part, that's okay. Just mind and body. Fix the mind, the body fixes itself. Because once the mind realizes that something needs to be released, the body says thank you, and it starts to release. And then you cry, you scream, you shout. And I've had men do this. I've done it, and it's powerful, very powerful, very, very powerful. And it's incredible, because all of a sudden it's the weight lifted off your shoulders. Your body's releasing all of this stuff that's been holding on to for potentially years. So for men out there, talk about your stuff. Share your stuff openly. That's what makes you strong. You want to show strength? You want to show what a real man is like? Show your true self. Show that strength, that beautiful vulnerability that we all have. Show that you can feel pain, that you can feel your emotions, that you can express them. Because what you also do is you teach that little man, that son, that person that looks up to you, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a coach, there is always somebody younger than you watching you. And lead by that example. So remember, always release the things that no longer serve you. It's so important that you do that. And it also goes for women as well. It's not just for men. I wanted to share this message more towards men, because we need to hear this. It needs to be shared. I struggle. When I struggle, I talk about it. I talk about it, or I write things down, or I go into meditation. And I release this stuff. I don't want these things in my mind, in my body, in my spirit anymore. I want to experience myself to the best of my abilities. If you don't know how to do it, reach out. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to a coach, to a professional, to a therapist. It doesn't matter. But reach out to another fellow, another man, or a woman. It doesn't matter. Reach out and talk about it. Explain what's going on, and then start to take the next steps, because it's not just one thing. It will be various different things. There are layers. And not to say that you're going to end up your life in therapy or coaching. Absolutely not. But here's the thing. Who do you want to be? Do you want to suffer, be in pain, to continue living the life that you live in? Or do you want to do some work on yourself, consistent work, like a lifestyle, like going to the gym, waking up in the morning, having your breakfast, brushing your teeth, creating a lifestyle that's going to completely change your life? I'll leave that decision up to you. Have an amazing day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And as always, be great, be fantastic, and be absolutely phenomenal today, because it is everything that you are. I say it every single time because it's true. And I love you. I love you. Every single one of my brothers out there and sisters. I love you unconditionally. I truly do. That word needs to be said more. Not from a place of ego, from a place of unconditional love. We need to share that more and more and more each day. I'll speak to you again very soon. Take care.